Hi everyone, Ian Mellor here at Orange County National. Today I have a video that has been prompted by a message I received after my previous post by Cody, who has asked how he can get a more compact backswing. Mentioned that he overextended in his backswing and that led to some in-to-out paths. Okay, so just to reference those last couple of phrases there, from an overextending standpoint, I'm going to make the assumption, maybe a big assumption because I haven't seen any swing videos, that we're getting to that position there where the rib cage is quite a bit elevated and we've got this shortened left side. And the one reason I'm making that assumption is because when we see that left side shorten in the backswing, so I'm going to show you it down the line here, that left side shorten and that rib cage elevate. What we typically see then, or in many cases, is an overcompensation on the downswing in which the right side then shortens, and that leads to the club head and the sweet spot being too much on the inside coming into the shot. So that's kind of how that all connects up, Cody. However, what do we do now? So let's put the focus on the backswing. And two backswing keys that I'm always looking at in a player is, one, how are they achieving their rotation? And two, how are they achieving stretch in their backswing? So if I make a backswing where I get really short on that left side, I don't feel much stretch at all, and I've achieved my rotation through too much extension. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the opposite fields. How do I achieve rotation, keeping that left side nice and long and keeping that rib cage sat down so I can feel much more stretch in the backswing? I'm going to use this alignment stick to reference the sort of the center of my body. So for me, I'm going to use belt buckle buttons on my shirt. Hands, I'm going to put on one on my stomach, one on my right shoulder, and then I'm going to guide the right shoulder around, and I'm using this left hand to push just a little bit, and I'm feeling as though I stay on that stick as best as I can. If I move off it a little bit, that's okay. But the one thing I'm looking for is a nice feel of a stretch through my torso here. So the right hand here is to really give it any sensation of that elevation. If I keep that right hand on there, I can feel as though my stomach is not stretching or getting longer in any way. So that's one little simple key there I can feel. And one extra little point here just to keep in mind is that without a club in my hand and my arms extended out here, as they're in my body, the pressure here in the ground is going to feel pretty even. You know, I'm going to feel about 50% pushing in my left and about 50% pushing in my right. If I was to be, it may be a touch extra in my right, purely because the mass has moved a little bit this way. But it's not going to be as much different as you would think. We're definitely not working on getting 80% on that right side when we're doing these little body drills. Okay, so there's a few keys there from just to play with a club at the side. Now, I've got one other excellent little drill that I got from Dr. Brendan McLaughlin that requires a band here. So I've got a Superflex band, and all I'm going to do is pop this band like so under the middle of my right foot, and then I'm going to wrap it around the outside of my back leg and bring it up over my left shoulder. I'm going to put it through my hand like so. So I'm going to go into my golf posture now, and I can even put my hands on there together if I want to. And I'm going to feel straight away, if I shorten in that left side, I'm going to feel no stretch on the band. Okay, so what I'm looking to do is actually stretch that band, and you can feel how it pulls my body. It actually helps me to keep my rib cage down. And at the same time, I'm getting a nice long stretch on that band, and that reflects that nice long left side in the backswing. And that's been sort of one of my go-tos, and I can really feel as though I stay over that stick pretty well doing that. As far as turning into that right hip, I'm just letting it move out of the way pretty naturally while I do this drill. Okay, so there's a couple of little feels to help with shortening the backswing. So now after I've done a couple of those, whether it's with the band or just the feels without it, I can then go into my backswing and I'm going to feel the same feels before I hit a shot, and then just hit some from there. Okay, so yeah, feeling that nice stretch across the body there in your backswing is going to be key to helping you to get your backswing more compact. And let's make sure that you're doing it in a way that is a helpful rotation, that's not going to put you in a position requiring compensations in the downswing. Give those two feels a go and be happy to hear how you get on with them.